Hi, crafty friends. Yes, you can heat emboss on Yupo paper. This video shows how I did so for the whole background, and hopefully it inspires you to try it. Hey y'all, so I am going to try some alcohol ink blending. I'm going to do a pretty blue black background with, I want to try this Memento stamp over it with some white embossing powder. So we'll see. Hopefully I won't mess up the paper and melt it, but we're gonna try it and see. It should be fun. Mix up this one really well. This is an alcohol pearl, so I need to make sure it's mixed in. Let's put some alcohol blending solution down first, which will help it kind of mix well. Put a little of that. It's a dark blue. I want a lot of that. This is my pearl. Pretty. I haven't used my pearls yet. Super pretty. Alcohol inks are just really fun to play with. Just kind of play around until you get a look that you like. I like this light blue. It's good to do this on a glass mat, because any of your other craft type mats is just gonna stain it. So it's best to do it on this kind of mat if you have any kind of glass mat, unless you just don't mind your other mats getting stained. And you can't mind your hands getting dirty. It's messy, but it's fun. I want it to be all covered because with color. Because like I said, I want to do white stamped image, so any white, I don't want any white. A little more. Kind of play around until I kind of like it. trying to get rid of all the white space here. All right. I think I like it. Right, I'm gonna put it to the side and let it dry. Silver foil on it, but some foil on these still remaining wet pieces would be pretty. But since the stamp is really busy, I don't think I want to do that. Try it a little bit with my little heat tool. My low heat tool, so it shouldn't mess with the paper. Alright, let that dry the rest of the way by itself. Since this is my first time using this stamp, let's prep our stamp with an eraser so that it stamps the best that it possibly can. Just have your regular two-sided eraser. I just used the regular end. Any type of regular eraser will be fine. I like to prep my stamps. It helps with making an image stamp a little better, so that the ink doesn't bead up a whole bunch on a brand new stamp. Get rid of my little eraser bits. Multi-purpose chamois here. Wipe off any little eraser bits. Oops. Take my little vacuum here. Vacuum my little eraser bits. This little vacuum comes in handy. Vacuum up little bits of stuff as well as glitter, stuff like that. Embossing powder. Pretty cool little tool. Alright. So my stamp is conditioned. Let's see what my background is looking like. Still kind of wet, you can see. I don't know if you can switch it on the camera. The parts that are glossy means it's still wet. So I'm gonna let it dry a little bit longer. So kind of bend it out a little bit. I'm gonna get my stamp tool while we're waiting on that to dry. Try my mini Misty today. Just magnetize my finger. Don't do that, guys. Keep your magnets separate. Don't do what I just did and snap your fingers. You could also break your magnets besides just snapping your fingers. All right, keep one over here and one over here. All right. Let's have a lot of ink on here. Take a while for it to dry. Let's see if we can dry it some more. Do the back, it'll help not warp too much. it off, and I have my window open while I was doing this, guys, so that we're in a well ventilated area while we're using this alcohol inks and whatnot. All right, let's see. Hopefully it's dry enough. Let's try my scrapbook.com sticky mat so that I won't have to use a magnet. So let's place this here. Little guidelines of my sticky mat. And we'll just make sure it's at the bottom right corner all the time when I stamp. Alright, my paper's kind of warped, it's hard to stick down. Take my powder tool. Maybe any places that have my fingerprints, or maybe that's not dry enough. So we're gonna go ahead and try this. Stamp. Place it. So that was my kids coming in, so I had to stop. So we put our stamp there, pick it up, let's get my embossing. My Versamark watermark stamp ink, embossing ink. And stamp it. Do it one more time, make sure I got a good impression. Uh-oh, it's stuck. Pretty good impression. I'm gonna go ahead and emboss this. I'll leave it on my sticky mat. Should be helpful. Just use a little piece of paper to catch my powder with. Just try some Ranger white powder this today. Some fuzz right there. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off my sticky mat. If you get somewhere you don't want it, you can just take your little brush, a little makeup brush I bought from the dollar store, and you can just brush it off the areas that you don't want. So kind of brush and blow. That to the side. Get my embossing powder. Put it back in here. Sorry, I like to clean as I craft. I cook the same way. Alright, I have a Wagner heat tool. Make sure it's lined up real hot. Alright, since this is Yupo paper, which is basically plastic, and make sure I'm careful with how I keep embossed this. Guys, I love it. What I probably would do different next time is just make sure my panel is completely dry. That way I don't have any stray bits that I have to worry about kind of scraping off, or you know, kind of like, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, I have a few little white bits here, and a few little pieces here. And I probably will use my Brutus Monroe powder next time. It's ultra fine, and I may get a better image. But yeah, I'm pretty satisfied for it for my first try. So that's that. Alright, what I think I'm going to do next to take my pretty background and make a card into it, I have an A2 size card base here from some Nina Classic Solar White. But I want a white border around it. So what I think I'm going to do is use one of my small A2, the next down from an A2 rectangular set I have, and just go ahead and cut it down a little bit so that I can have that nice white border around it. So let's take some of my purple tape, which I'm learning is not the best tape. I do plan on trying some different type of tape, but for now this is what I have. Tape it down so that it doesn't shift on me, and I'm not going to put on the front so it doesn't mess up. And run it through. My Spellbinders Platinum 6 and my Magic Mat, which I love. Kind of put it a little sideways, which helps to cut better. So run it through. Shake the table, y'all, with my camera, but it's not helping. So, how pretty. And this is one of the dies that creates like a border around. I don't know if you can see it, just a little slight border around. So it's a pretty cool die. I like it. Put this to the side now. This is how it'll look, the white border. I think that's pretty. I might take some navy cardstock. Maybe I think I just want a sentiment straight across there. Should be pretty, I think. I'll probably puff it up with some foam tape. See if I have some navy cardstock. I have this dark blue cardstock here. I don't know if I like it. That's kind of pretty. Navy blue here. But to me, it doesn't really go, doesn't really match. In person, you can't do a white strip. Stamp in navy blue. I don't know. So I think I like the size of this stamp here. It's a Stampability stamp about years ago when I first started stamping. I think from Michael's or something like that, Hobby Lobby. I want to. I think I'm gonna like the size of this just for you, and I'm gonna stamp it on here. Your special day would be nice. Let's try this just for you. Okay, so I decided not to go with this sentiment. It's too big, and I do like the blue, but I wanted to try heat embossing on some vellum and see what the vellum will look like over the top. So let's do that. Came out pretty good. And it does warp the vellum a little bit, but not too bad. Okay. Let this dry, because if you touch it, I've smudged it before. You touch it before it's dry, you're gonna get smudges to your. So let's see how this will look. I know it kind of gets lost, huh? I think I like the size of the thinking of you, but let's see something else. Maybe if I put a piece of blue, I think that'll be pretty. I think I'm gonna cut this blue and put just a tiny bit of it behind this vellum. I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna glue this behind here. That'll make it stand out a little more. So let's do this. I'm gonna take my little Yupo. Little pin, if I can find it. Little glue pin. Put down some little pieces of glue that hopefully we won't see through the vellum. It's a Nuvo Smooth Precision glue pen. I love this thing, it's pretty handy. I'm gonna put it this right behind there evenly. I think it'll be a little good background and help it stand out. Get some glue. Spillage. Just trying not to do. Okay. So I think that'll be pretty behind there like that. So I'm going to cut this vellum down. All right, I cut this down on my paper trimmer. I think I like that. And I'm just going to kind of wrap this around here. And that kind of makes it stand out. It's a little different. I like that it's not super big. So let's glue that down. Just go tape here. So make it easy. Some regular clear tape. Take that down. Pretty. And put that there. I like it. So let's put some foam tape on the back. This is my little inexpensive Dollar Tree foam tape. These are my sticky scissors. I have things that are sticky, so I don't mess up any other stickers. I mean scissors. I gotta go cook with my children in a little bit, but I wanted to finish up this card. My husband is working nights, so it's just us. Figure out what we're gonna eat. back doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody's gonna see the back. Yeah, like I've gotten to the end. So what I'm gonna do use this just like this. Take off all the backing. Put some glue, a little bit of glue on here so that I can shimmy it around a little bit. I don't need a whole lot, just enough to help you shimmy it on your card base so that it gives you a little time before it sticks down and you can't move it. Alright, and the foam tape also helps any issues you may have with warping of your Yupo paper. But I like it. I like how it ended up coming out. So, if y'all have any questions about what I did or products that I used, just let me know. And I'll be happy to answer any questions. So here it is. Thanks, you guys. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe.